What's going on, guys? I hope you're all having a great day. ParoDoXz here again, making a Can-Am vlog for the first time in quite a while. Actually, we had the 1000 down for a little bit, but we finally got her back up. We already got her pulled out of the garage. As you can see, the second gen 24 valve Cummins is here. We made a video on her earlier today, and as I was cruising on Instagram, I did see that Can-Am just released their information on the 2019 Canam Outlander, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. Go ahead and get already got my keys in my pocket. Wife's new car is looking good. Thank you guys for all the support on the recent videos. You guys have been awesome with the support here lately. Going to use our gray key, which is the performance key. I still get comments about this. The newer Can-Ams use the gray, or it looks white to me, but I am colorblind. They use the gray key for the performance key. The green key is the drunk buddy key. It's like that per owner's manual. Like I said, the older Can-Ams used to be different, so don't get confused. This is a 2017, do a little walk around if you guys are new to the channel. 2017 1000 XMR. The clutches, I've had problems with them here recently, but all I had to do was actually clean them up. Really good with some Scotch-Brite pad and some, I think I used, what did I use? Some, some wire brushes, things like that. And it ended up cleaning up pretty nice. So yeah, go ahead and go on a ride. That's your walk around, nothing too special. Picked this thing up about 6 months ago, and man, I shredded a belt. If you guys haven't checked out that video, I shredded a belt pretty quickly within the first 5 hours of owning this thing. But since I've had the Maverick belt on here, which is a good upgrade anyway, I haven't had any problems with the belt. Small 93 12 valve. That's another story. I got to make a video on that in itself. I'm working on getting a new starter for it because the starter went bad. I'm going to start off by taking it easy. We're actually going to be going down this way today instead of that way. There's more roads that way, but there's also more cars around this time. So we're just going to take it down here, and where there's not too many cars. Probably catch up with you guys once we get to the trail, once we get to the dirt road, so you guys don't have to see the ride out there. It'll probably only take me a couple minutes to get there though. It's a blast, man. Man, this thing is so much fun. Going 60 miles an hour on mud tires down a dirt road with some bumps all over it. That is what I'm talking about. That is fun right there. A little sketchy, a little bit on the sketchy side, but very fun. So, like we already said, this video is going to be about talking about the 2019 Can-Am Outlander that was released today. The best of my knowledge, it was released today. It might have been released previously, but I did see it on their Instagram account today and their Facebook page. So they do have it on their website actually as well. So that's where I'm getting most of this information from. And I'm not going to go over every single individual feature that it has, just too many to list. But what we are going to be talking about is the features that I've seen and that have stood out to me as far as things that are different in the 2019 than the 2018. This is a 2017, like I said, but my brother does have a 2018 that he keeps at my house, and we ride all the time. So I do know some things about the 2018. I've ridden the 2018 quite a bit as well, so I'll be able to kind of compare. So we'll start off with the thing that caught my eye the most, and that is the arched A-arms in the 2019 model. It's awesome that the Can-Am came out with that. There's been plenty of times I've been stuck in mud holes because I didn't have the arched A-arms, and it's just really frustrating. So having the arched A-arms now in the 2019 Can-Am is actually really cool, and I'm glad they're actually fitting those. Next thing that kind of caught my eye is a 2-inch wider in the wheelbase. The first thought I had when I saw that on their website was, good Lord, it's going to be harder to steer than my 1000. Here, I'll kind of do you guys a comparison. So this road is obviously dirt road. It's about just enough wide for two small cars to go past each other. I'm all the way to the far right side of it, right? For me to turn around, and I'm at a full turn. This is a long wheel, well, it's a 1000 XMR, so they came in a long wheelbase. To give you guys an example of sometimes on the trails how hard it is to turn this thing, and this is why I'm saying my first thoughts were, wow, it's going to be harder to turn, is watch this. I'm at a full turn. Like I said, I'm locked out at a full turn. I went, slow, and I still can't make this turn. Now in my 850, I used to have a 850 XT model, if you guys have been with the channel for a while. And that thing could turn really good. And that was awesome because on the trails when it got tight, I didn't have any issues turning. And that is very valuable depending on where you're riding at. So like I said, my first thoughts were, yeah, it's gonna be harder to turn. But turns out, I kept scrolling, I kept doing my little bit of research today, and they're claiming that it's sharper at turning. All right, so here's what I'm talking about right here. I went ahead and pulled over to actually show you guys. 2-inch more wide width with arched A-arms for world conquered ability. Engineers manage both more comfort and enjoyable ride. That red and gold honestly looks really good. This red and gold right here, I'm gonna put a picture up on the screen if you guys can't really, if I go in the editing and see, you guys can't really tell. So we got yellow, that looks sick as hell too, and red, gold, and black. Honestly, if I had to choose, I'd probably go with the red, gold, and black, man. That looks pretty awesome. The yellow, it would probably grow on me, but it just stands out a little bit too much for me. I'm not that high flashy of a guy, so probably go with the least flashy. I got a triple black, so not trying to stand out, obviously. We're gonna be talking about the horsepower differences, but where did I see it? Tri-mode dynamic power steering. This is what I got caught up on a second ago. Feel off-road terrain like you never before with a tri-mode dynamic power steering, which gives you easy steering assistance and adapts, and it's responsive to the vehicle's speed. At lower speeds, assistance is increased to reduce your steering effort, while at higher speeds, it's reduced to return maximum feel to the rider. Choose between 3 modes to match the conditions. But like I said, I got caught up on that dynamic power steering information, so I wanted to look it up, make sure I'm giving you guys the right information. But a couple other things. So that's the steering, the 2-inch wider thing I wanted to talk about. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the towing capacity. Now, I never came out with this video because I couldn't tow it. I actually hooked, believe it or not, this 1000 up to my 2,000 pound trailer and seen if it could tow it. Now, it didn't actually get that far because my trailer that I actually towed this thing to the ATV parks on was too heavy. And obviously, I'm just trying to make a video, but it could not tow it at all, did not move whatsoever. But the 2019 1000 says it has a max towing capacity of 1,650 pounds. This one, on the other hand, only has 1,300 pound towing capacity. My trailer roughly weighs 2,000 pounds, so that 350 pound difference, it might be able to tow. I know it's not always apples to apples when it comes to towing capacity, so it could actually tow the 2,000 pound trailer in the right settings. So I'm not saying go max out your vehicle or whatnot, but it would be a kind of a cool video. I was just going to tow it around the yard, but it'll be kind of cool if I do end up getting a 2019 Canam Outlander. The upping of the towing capacity, it would be kind of cool to see if it could tow that trailer. I don't know, for a video it would be kind of cool, but a lot of guys, of course, use these things on their farms and use these things to tow around equipment, so it would be good for them. 350 pounds, that is a huge improvement. And I actually double checked myself because I was like, wait, how did we go from 1,300 pounds to 1,650? That is, like I said, a huge upgrade in towing capacity. That is another thing that I saw that stood out to me. One more thing I saw that stood out to me, and it's not that good of a difference, it's not that big of a jump, but we did go from 89 horsepower in the 2018 1000 to what they're claiming to be 91 horsepower in the 2019. So we did get a 2 horsepower increase. A lot of you guys are saying that's not anything crazy, and it's not, but will you feel it? You might actually feel that in a Can-Am. It looks like somebody was having some fun out here. But you might feel that in a bike. A lot of guys that drive motorcycles will understand that a small increase like that is somewhat noticeable in something so small in horsepower. So it'd be nice to see, like I said, test driving, maybe even getting a 2019 Outlander and seeing how, if I will be able to notice a difference in horsepower. Some other things, we kept the same 30-inch ITP cryptics that we did in 2018 on the Outlander 1000 XMR. So that is nothing new. Same rims, it looks like, as the other ones, which I like the Can-Am stock rims. I don't like the ones on this bike, honestly, but my XT model, I actually really like the rims. Like I said, this one I'm not too big of a fan on, just because it's silver on a triple black. I feel like you should have all black wheels, or just would make sense. But that's just something else I noticed. I'm gonna go ahead and turn around here. Still fishtailing, boy. Oh, this thing's so much fun to drive, man. You can fishtail this thing from 0 miles an hour all the way to 50. Pretty much all the way through 60. Wow. I wasn't trying to mess up the land too much, so I didn't get too crazy, but that was a lot of fun. These bikes are just so much fun. They're full of power. I'll show you a comparison between an Outlander lifted that my buddy has and a Honda Rancher, I believe it was, that we went riding on a few days ago. It was just the perfect setting, because all the Honda owners in the world sit there and comment on YouTube, oh, my Honda could go through this, my Honda could go through that. Looking at them side by side, it's hard to believe that, but I'll give it to the Honda owners. They're reliable as hell. Can-Ams don't have the best reliability, but the fun, like I've always said, I've never been mad at Can-Am because I knew what I was getting myself into each and every time, but the reliability of a Honda doesn't surpass the fun you have on a Can-Am, and that's something that I think we can all agree on. But back into the comparisons between the 2018 and 2019 Can-Am Outlander. The design's a little bit different. The front grille does look improved. It does look sharper. It does look kind of better, in my opinion. The front grille, as well as the bumper, is improved, and the look of it, like I said, does look a little bit better to me. Again, 2019, I can't tell, but the end caps, you guys know I got the aluminum end caps from AeroATB on here. The end caps, I can't tell if they're aluminum in the 2019s. They definitely look different. You can't tell if they're plastic still, which if they're still plastic in the 2019 after my video I came out with about 6 months ago, I don't know. I hope somebody at Can-Am has watched that video. It's titled What You Get for a $15,000 Bike, and some people get mad if I call it bike. $15,000 ATV. You get plastic end caps that break off unquestionably on at least 75% of Can-Ams, and the other 25% probably are garage Can-Ams that don't get driven too much, like don't go on the trail. But I can guarantee if you took out a Can-Am, or you have a Can-Am, you know exactly what I'm talking about as far as Outlanders go, with the end caps and them being plastic. I hope they're not plastic again in 2019. We're gonna end this video on price, and maybe we'll do a couple pulls with the Can-Am. The price, the MSRP for the 2019 is going to be $14,299. That's not including the shipping crate costs that it costs Can-Am to ship it to the dealership. And what we got here? A little Honda? Okay. The Black Lab. Hey, cows. They're all staring. They're all like, what the hell is that? But we're not seeing a crazy jump in price, which is good. You know, they're not out here like Ford F-150 starting out at like, for their Platinum, starting out at some ridiculous price, like in the $70,000, $80,000 range. Creek is down. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. We hit the main points. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments down below. I read every single comment. We're gonna hit a couple pulls on the way home, showing you guys how fun this thing is to drive. Get you guys to count a 0 to 30 miles an hour. Let's do that first. Do a 0 to 30 on the repaired, all new 2017 Can-Am that I haven't really driven too much here in the last about 3 months. But like I said, if you have any questions, if you have anything that I didn't talk about in this video, if you have anything to add, make sure you guys let me know in the comments down below. Oh God, what we got? We got 4 dogs following an F-150 that I was just talking crap about. Looks like it's a FX4, so yeah, you're looking at still probably about $50,000 truck in 2019. That's on the low end. That's not as much as it possibly could be. I just seen 4 dogs right here. Where the hell did they go? Probably a pack of wild dogs. I don't see a house inside. There's one of them. Pack of wild dogs, looks like. These crops are surely growing up. The last time I've been out here. Let's do a couple pulls on the way out. 7 dogs. They need to go home if they have one. All right, start your clocks, boys. 0 to 30 miles an hour. I'll let you guys be the judge. 3, 2, 1. It's probably about 2 seconds, maybe 2 seconds, maybe 2.5 seconds. Let's do a 0 to 45. We don't have too much road left. Pretty much drove that entire time talking. See what we got. 3, 2, 1. Probably about 6 seconds, I would say. Not too long at all, man. These things have a ton of power. And that's what a lot of people were saying. You know, the XMRs are geared down low. They have all the power down low so they can get out of those mud holes. They're meant for muddy. Extreme mud ready is what it stands for. So you would think, yeah, it had the power down low. So your top end speed isn't like isn't crazy like say my XT was. I went like 78 miles an hour with an 850. I know the 1000s go in the high 80s. So yeah, I'm very happy with this XMR. Definitely has a ton of power for what I do with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That is going to end it out. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you're leaving a like down below. Make sure you're dropping a comment. Let me know what you think of the 2019. Is it worth the $15,000 almost? You know, roughly around $15,000. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. 63 miles an hour. That is insane for a mud ready bike on mud tires. That is insane, boys. 63 miles an hour. Good Lord. And there she goes back in her home.